Out on your chance to pre-purchase the Elder Scrolls Online High Isle before June 21st to get immediate access to the Pale Frost Elk Mount and additional bonus in-game items at launch. So when is it launching?
I haven't been able to sleep all week. Please, can't you do something?
Of course. I'll have the town guards investigate tonight.
Thank you, Magnate Feynadarak.
And who do we have here? Come, let us speak. Welcome to the town of Hakoshe. I must say it is not often I see a new face. Have you perhaps come to take part in our festival? The Proving Festival, yes. Through a series of trials, the people of Hakoshe must prove themselves to their ancestors. We do so by completing 3 trials, otherwise known as the 3 proofs. First, the proof of course. I'm sure you... Welcome to the town of the Proving Festival, yes. Through a series of trials, the people of Hakoshe must prove themselves to their ancestors. We do so by completing 3 trials, otherwise known as the 3 proofs. First, the proof of reference calls on our ancestors to witness our deeds. Second, the proof of strength displays our might and bravery. Lastly, the proof of wisdom tests our knowledge and wit. Through these trials, we show our worth. Of course, I'm sure you too have ancestors you wish to honor. First, you must speak with Domitia Nasica. You'll find her just by the river. Listen well to her words, for she will guide you through your first trial. Let me know if you have any other questions. I realize that Hakoshe can be quite the curiosity for travelers such as yourself. Nothing to worry about. Domitia just hasn't been sleeping well. She believes there's something prowling around her house at night. I suspect it to be just bad dreams. Of course, I'd never dismiss a citizen who seeks my aid. Having the town guards investigate will help ease Domitia's fears. That alone may be enough to stop her nightmares. And if the dreams continue, I'll make sure she's seen by a healer. Though Hakoshe is known for its Akaviri ancestry, the truth is that our imperial bloodline runs far richer. Still, we honor our Akaviri ancestors by maintaining some of their customs. The Proving Festival is a shining example of that. The Proving Festival has not been celebrated since Hakoshe was first founded. I didn't even know it existed until I found a first-hand account of the festival in my family's records. It's been quite the challenge getting everyone up to speed. I'm not sure. Perhaps the town just wasn't interested in celebrations when Hakushe was first founded. They were refugees, after all. You can read about it yourself if you're so inclined. I happen to have the book with me. I hold the title of Magnet, though I have no emperor who supports me. Still, my family has led Hakushe since its founding, and chose to take the title to reflect that role. It has been my honor to lead this town for over 10 years now. Because it was our family who founded it. My ancestors wished to create a place of safety and peace, where Akaviri traditions could continue to be passed down and honored. A goal I still strive to respect to this day. Yes, as is my family's tradition. We tend to keep closer to our Akaviri heritage than most. I even speak a little of the language, though I suspect my accent is quite atrocious.
Oh, you're that traveler I saw earlier. Do you need something? Truly, that was certainly nice of her. Your first step is to complete the proof of reverence. This trial allows us to call upon our ancestors to watch over us, as we prove ourselves worthy of their name. With this paper lotus, write the names of your honored ancestors on its petals, and place the lotus in the river. This will allow it to float into the afterlife. Think of it like a calling card, a way to get your ancestors to pay attention. Before we can prove... Through this proof, you have shown reverence. Well done. Next is the proof of strength. You'll need to... I am sorry. I'm just so tired today. There's been a lot of strange noises at night lately, and I haven't slept very well. You overheard that? Ah, well, yes. I've started hearing noises at night. Heavy breathing, uneven footsteps that seem to shuffle about. At first I thought I was dreaming it all, but now I am not too sure. I don't, though the Magnate has promised to send a patrol out tonight. Hopefully they'll find whatever it is. But you've got a proof to complete. Head over to Vectrasi for your next task. He's just a little ways west of here, right up the hill. Good luck with the proof of strength, and let me know if you need anything. Before we can prove ourselves to our ancestors, we must first get their attention. The paper lotus acts as a ceremonial letter of sorts. By placing it into the river, we allow it to be carried into the realm of the dead. Yes, it is. The Akaviri believe that all waterways connect the realms of the living and dead. There are many folktales about boats being lost in heavy fog, and landing on shores filled with restless spirits. I used to, when I was little. Whenever I would go jump in a puddle, my mother would yell, "Stop that! You'll fall right into the afterlife." Truthfully, though, she just didn't want my dress to get muddy.
What can I do for you, traveler? You wish to prove yourself before your ancestors. Very well. To the north lies a cave wherein beautiful sugar daisies grow. Bring me one, and you will have proved your strength. Ah, didn't I mention? The cave also happens to be a Sench lion lair, and I doubt the beast will be particularly fond of your intrusion. Best of luck, traveler. Make sure to keep your senses about you. Sench lions aren't beasts to take lightly. The Akaviri...
He helped it in.
Nice.
Oh my god, you're so loud.
All right, so how much trouble are you in?
How? My microphone's not even near me.
What?
My microphone's literally hanging down below by like my stomach.
I have my mic down and my volume turned up on my mic. Oh, lions! Fuck! There's so many of them.
Why is your muddy ass claw in my white pants? Again.
Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god, there's 3 of them! Ah! There was another one!
Mom says she loves you too and she's going back to work now.
Do I?
Mom says she loves you and that she's going back to work now.
Oh, okay. God! I just killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lions.
No.
5 lions were in this one fucking cave. That doesn't include the ones outside the cave. Oh, that's what
I'm
that is.
still here. Thanks for asking.
There's a lot of lions in this game. If you thought there was a lot of lions everywhere else, imagine going to elsewhere. They're literally everywhere. I literally walked into a moon sugar field and there was lions. Just chilling, ready to eat me. I scared a pig.
Roll! Roll if you can!
I'm sorry, what's chasing me?
Yeah!
Ah! Fucking lions!
Angel, Ashley's being chased by lions.
And a spider, apparently.
Aren't you the popular person?
The lion's still coming after me. Bro, give up already. Oh my god. God damn it. I found more spiders.
And they want to eat you?
Mm-hmm. Oh my Jesus fuck.
You have the look of victory about you. Tell me, were you successful? Most impressive. I'd say you've certainly made your ancestors proud. Good thing, too. Wouldn't want any unhappy spirits mucking about Hakoshe. They'd bring all sorts of misfortune. Quite right. It's part of why honoring our ancestors is so important. Happy ancestors gift their descendants with good fortune. Wrathful ancestors, well, they do just the opposite. They curse us with misery, desolation, even death.
Excuse me.
Yes, death. Of course, you'd need to perform a great dishonor for such a punishment. Not that you have to worry about that. You've proven both your reverence and strength. Now, it's time to test your wit. Head to the town square and speak
Jesus.
to the lawyer. Don't dawdle now. The proof of wisdom awaits you back in Hakoshe.
I don't want to do the proof of wisdom. What the fuck? Also, some of these Khajiits are giant.
Why, if it isn't our town's mysterious stranger. Magnate Fena Derek told me all about your participation. Have you completed the first 2 proofs? Excellent, excellent. Then you are ready for the proof of wisdom. I am most useful when empty. I am most generous when full. What am I? Of course. What better way to show your wisdom? The riddle describes one of the items on this table. Choose the correct item and bring it to me. Only then will you pass the trial. Best of luck, dear. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I am most useful when empty. I am most generous when full.
This is the riddle I have to solve. It's an item. It says I am most useful when empty. I am most generous when full. What am I? I think it's a fucking bottle.
Probably.
A bowl, a candle, or a potion.
Potion?
Is it a potion or a bowl?
Maybe a bowl.
We'll try the bowl first.
Yes, that is indeed the
Oh,
answer.
good.
Oh, I'm just so happy you guessed
It was a
correctly.
bowl.
I was a little worried my riddle was too obscure. I had hoped Magnate Fena Darak would provide a riddle, but she's had her hands full with the festival. Poor thing. She just has a lot riding on her shoulders. We're all seeking to honor our ancestors, but the Magnate's ancestors are a bit, harder to live up to. I'm sure it's created a good deal of stress. May your ancestors be pleased by your actions, traveler.
Enjoying the... I'm sure you've heard a great deal about Akaviri culture today, but tell me, did you learn anything about the Magnate herself?
I forgot that's what I was supposed to be doing for this quest.
Everything you've learned seems to support the rumor. A descendant of the potentate would certainly be given such privileges. However, my investigation calls for more concrete proof. A document would be best.
Am I gonna have to break into somebody's house?
I've made some inquiries of my own. It seems that Magnate Fena Darak has quite a few records
Seriously?
in the cellar of her home. We'll need to break in and search her documents.
I don't want to break in.
We need a key, and I'm positive the captain of the guard carries one. If you would do me the kindness of chatting him up for a bit, I'll do my best to obtain the key. Should all go well, we'll be in and out before anyone notices. Very well. Let's get moving then.
Lord Elec Dorel must have been working with the Montclairs. Why else would his... Greetings! Say, aren't you the traveler who joined the Proving Festival? Are you now? Well, that's certainly an impressive feat. Honestly, this whole affair has been nerve-wracking for me. I'm not too keen on dishonoring my ancestors. Who knows what misfortune would befall me? To be honest, barely. The first 2 proofs were easy enough. Threw a paper lotus in the river, grabbed a sugar daisy for Vectrasi. But that last proof, well, it stumped me. Couldn't for the life of me figure out the riddle. I'll admit it, I had a little help. Magnate Fena Darak gave me a hint. She's a gracious lady, our Magnate. Always helping out folks in need. I'm not sure how Hakoshé would fare without her.
Glad you could make it. Quickly now, let's head inside.
You scared the shit out of me, dude.
Oh yeah?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's certainly odd. There must be something here to take down that barrier.
My leg. You just kicked me. Shipper.
I'm willing to bet those tablets would fit rather nicely into these sockets on the floor.
Pat your head, pat your head.
So fire to the east, water to the south, earth to the north, and wind to the west. If I said fire to the south, right? No, I didn't. What did I fucking say? Fire to the east, water to the south, earth to the north, and wind to the west. Let's see if I remember. Are you serious? I didn't have to memorize it? Well, fuck you!
Well, that certainly wasn't right. Care to try again?
Oh, so I do have to do it in a certain order. So east, south, north, west. Just kidding, I did have to memorize it.
Looks like that did it. Let's head in. The magnate left a letter on her desk. Interesting, don't you think?
I know that our family carries many burdens. One day you will lead Hakushe and ensure the prosperity of our people. For it is you who carries the blood of the potentate, a connection which proves both blessing and curse. You must prepare. Our family has never allowed a word of our lineage to go beyond Hakushe's walls for good reason. The Morag Tong still haunts the shadows of Tamriel, and they will not take such news lightly. As descendants of the potentate, we are seen as loose ends to tie up. To ensure our family's safety, we must closely guard the secret. It is the only way. Forever yours, Mother.
Seems this letter confirms that the magnate is descended from the potentate. What a pity.
Just what are you two doing here? Get out at once!
Traitor! How dare you claim to be of mine?
Triangle.
What? What's happening? Please, no!
Vegetal. Well, it seems we've confirmed that Faina Darak is a descendant of the potentate. Just in time for her to be whisked away by some vengeful spirit. Isn't that part of the Akaviri's beliefs? Disrespect your ancestors and they'll have their revenge. And given the spirit's armor, he was definitely Akaviri. Huh. Makes me wonder what the magnate did to deserve such a fate. I'm not sure, but it's as good a guess as any. Given the turn of events, we'd best go after them. Perhaps the local tombs? If I know ghosts, they don't often wander far from their graves. Some Akaviri is so upset with the magnate that he's returned from the dead. And
I'm contemplating if I want to make some ramen noodles.
To the end, I need to learn why. Let's head to the tombs. It's just east of the town square. Can't miss it.
Or burrito.
At least we have someone to search. Not much, but I'll take it.
Oh yeah.
Clever. No wonder Nayu likes you so much. I will say that it is in the Morag Tong's interest that this matter be settled. We take great pride in the fall of the Akaviri potentate. Best not to have that history tarnished.
Fog them up.
I noticed that.
I don't like wearing them with my headset. They squeak. Can you hear it?
Mine do too.
I don't like it. It's awful.
That's not the Morag Tong's concern, now is it? My investigation is still ongoing, however. Speaking of my investigation, shouldn't we be going? Who knows what sort of misery the Magnate is going through as we dither on?
Dog.
Glad you could make it. I see them, just up ahead.
Still you hunt me, assassin scum? Was my death not enough?
This disappearing act is getting very old, very fast. He seems to think that I was the Mer who assassinated him. Could be a simple case of mistaken identity. After all, my mother always did tell me I bear a striking resemblance to my grandfather, Nethystara. As a member of the Morag Tong, my grandfather executed a great number of people. But, given the location and the armor the spirit wears, let's move ahead. I have a feeling we'll get our answers soon enough. Best if we split up and go our separate ways.
Fucking for real.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. You're getting winded.
That's funny. I keep rounding corners so sharp that the enemies see me, but they don't attack me because they don't see me.
So you're basically their head.
Yeah.
You're basically fucking with their head.
Uh-huh.
Good job.
You will not advance!
Use a stamina trap!
Flashy may get noticed, but style gets remembered.
No! You can't find us!
Proconsul Balorin Kai, I presume?
Very good, Assassin Scum. You and your companion have been most insistent. Come, let us speak. Fena Derok has called my spirit to judge her. By her quill, my name was written. By her hands, the paper lotus placed. And so I have come to punish her wickedness. And yet you try to stop me. Who are you to deny me my revenge? When I escaped Cyrodiil, I had but one man to protect me. Someone I placed my utmost faith in. My utmost trust. Lieutenant Line Bardwick. But when it came time to guard me from my Morag Tong assassin, my protector fled. Yes. Though not before I was able to inflict a mortal wound myself. Both I and my assassin died that day. But not Line Bardwick. He looted my corpse and claimed my name. It was he who founded Hakushe, not I. Her family continued to spread the lies of my betrayer. For centuries, they have proclaimed themselves nobility. But all they have inherited is lies. She must renounce her title and tell her people the truth. Only then will I be content. Go then, and convince Fena Derok to speak the truth. Only that will save her. The Proving Festival is a time for the Akaviri people to commune with their ancestors. Not only does it allow the dead to view the living world, it also invites us to cross over. Fena Derok called me to judge her. I have come to do so. And so I did not kill her, as I attempted to kill Line Bardwick when first this festival was held. My lieutenant also summoned me by our ancient rites, though he did not realize this. I was compelled to cross over and judge his wicked ways. Line Bardwick was a strong mage in his own right. He cast me away. For centuries I have waited for another Proving Festival, but I suspect that Line Bardwick took precautions against my return. But now, at last, the truth can be revealed.
I can't believe it. The founder of Hakushe, my ancestor, he lied? You don't understand. To admit such a horrid truth wouldn't just dishonor me. It would dishonor my entire family. All of my ancestors, who have done such great things for Hakushe, they'll all be disgraced. How can I do that?
Very simply, because you're stealing someone else's life.
No. No. I don't want to keep lying. The citizens of Hakushe deserve nothing but my complete honesty, even if it comes at the cost of my family's reputation. I'll do it. Ancestors, forgive me, but I'll tell everyone the truth.
I'll be watching, Faina Derrock, waiting for you to speak the truth.
I'll keep my word.
Well, seems like it's time to get going then. I'll meet you in the town square.
Wow, they ran away quick.
I shall see if Faina Derrock honors her words. Only then can I rest.
Okay. Oh. Oh god, there's a fucking leopard. I'm being chased by leopards. Help! It's not a cheetah because I outran them.
It seems my investigation has come to an end. The rumor was false, my family name is cleared, and no one even needed to be executed. A happy ending all around, wouldn't you say? The Morag Tong isn't one to leave loose threads, even one that's been dangling for over a century. Luckily for Faina Derrock, my grandfather was able to complete his writ. Yeah, a reward for services rendered. Now, despite our daring rescue, I'm certain the Magnate doesn't want a member of the Morag Tong hanging about. Though it does look like she's about to make her big announcement, doesn't it? Well, perhaps I'll stick around long enough to watch. The Morag Tong is an organization of assassins. Agents are assigned writs of execution, perform said executions, and then go along the merry way. That's the long and short of it in any case.
They ran to attack Mother.
That did not work.
Nope.
I mean, that kind of works. Nope. Excuse me.
I can see you're being held by Mickey hands.
Do what?
You're being held up by Mickey hands.
I'd ask you not to compare us to those lunatics. Our practices, morbid as they may seem, are perfectly legal and keeping with dark elf traditions. I kill only who I am sanctioned to kill.
My bag ripped.
I noticed.
If I had to. My preference was always to prove this rumor false, of course. Still, a writ is a writ. If my grandfather failed to do his duty, then I would have done it for him. Simple.
Sounds fun.
My grandfather was following a writ which called for the death of potentate Severian Shorak and all his heirs. Had Fena Darak been a descendant of the proconsul, her execution would also fall under this writ. Naturally. I'll let the Morag Tong know your feelings soon as I'm back in Morrowind. I'm sure they're just dying to hear your opinion.
What the fuck? I found another one. That one was under my boob. How did I not know that was under my boob?
My family has long claimed to be descended from the potentate. But this is not the truth. The man who founded the town, my ancestor, was a traitor. He betrayed Proconsul Valoran Kai and stole his name. My family's legacy is only a lie. I revoke my title as magnate. And should you decide it, I will leave Hakoshé forever. This dishonor is mine to bear. And I accept it.
No! We still want you to be our magnate!
You're an honorable woman, Fena Darak.
You deserve to lead this town.
Everyone, thank you. Thank you so much.
She's crying.
Finally, I am avenged.
Okay, bye, bitch. Jesus.
Greetings, traveler. I hope you're doing well. Honestly, I'm still wrapping my head around it all. My entire life, I thought that I was a descendant of the potentate. To realize that was a lie is... well, it's hard. But I'm still Fena Darak. I know who I am, and so too do my people. Yes, for as long as Hakoshé will have me. And even if that changes, I'll still do my best to help this town however I can. This is my home. No matter who my ancestors were
I
or
can
were
boop
not.
you.
I realize that now.
Let's make my fingernail look very long.
Apparently, Princess will provide the pillow
Mm.
in the dining room. This is telling her all about it.
I'm very high up right now.
Nice.
If I jump down, it'd be insta-death.
Watch your step in the stitches. You'll want to find another place to rest your feet, stranger. These stitches are about to burst. It won't be much longer before the whole place unravels, as it were. There's a new Khajiit in charge, Kazda, and he enjoys throwing his weight around. Between this one and you, most in the stitches find Kazda's leadership lacking, but none will stand up to him. Though this one heard rumors Tasnasi is back. No friend of Kazda's, this one can tell you. She's recruiting for a job, or so the rumors say. This one doubts she'll have much luck convincing someone local to make an enemy of Kazda. But someone passing through... Last I heard, Tasnasi was camped on the north rim of the Scar, but this one doubts she'll stick around for long. The moment Kazda catches wind of her, he'll have her throat slit. It's the closest thing to a settlement out here. Imagine a river hold on the edge of a cliff, painted with rum and horse dung. Then invite every outlaw, bandit, and exile to live there. That's the Stitches.
That sounds glorious. Imagine a city on the edge of a cliff painted with rum and horse poop, with outlaws, bandits, and exiles.
Taznazi does not know you. That's good. She knows everyone in the Stitches. Those who aren't in Kazda's pocket, she can count on one paw. This one has a job for someone who'd rather pick it. An unknown face like yours is just what she needs. Kazda, the dung-eater that runs the Stitches, has a hoard of gold beneath Merville Keep. Taznazi plans to make it hers. Ours. If you're interested, we need to move soon. The Stitches gets worse by the day. Kazda may leave, and his coin with him. To take from Kazda is no crime. His predecessor, Dashing the Salzo, amassed the coin. Kazda only wallows in it, like a pig in its filth. A cruel, stupid pig. Now he lets the Stitches shuffle to ruin. This is his just punishment. We also need Taznazi's old crew, Vol, Sarin, and Nazdar. Vol just did a job for Jubani. He'll be at her junk shop. Sarin's likely at the Goiter's Gulp, and Nazdar caterwauling somewhere. We'll meet in the bowl at the bottom of the scar.
That was terrifying. My phone just yelled at me to drink water. Water? No, it's my cat. You remember my drunk cat? She's part of a fucking quest. She's passed out right next to a fucking bottle of rum.
When isn't that cat passed out by a bottle of something she shouldn't be?
My house?
She's still technically drunk as hell and she's there.
No. I just threw some nasty ass bucket of something on her.
My fur! What was in this bucket? Whatever your death wish is, it's granted! Oh, my head. Just tell me what you're doing here before I turn your heart into a tomato.
Just tell me what you're doing here before I turn your heart into a tomato.
Oh, really? Taznazi still kicking around? A little good news to go around with all this bad. Like a fly in vine. Be careful of the vine, by the way. There's flies in it. I didn't say that. Well, what I mean is that I'd like to, but if Taznazi wants me for my magical skill, I have some bad news. My focus is gone. I mean my other focus. My arcane focus. A bauble to focus magica. I'm useless without it. I may have planned it. To Lulius and Skippy and Averno. I'd give the gold back, but Kazda's really gouging the price of a bottle these days. Even the swill in this flop house. The Avernos are inside. Get my focus back, and I'll owe you. Ugh, well, sometimes my power gets a little out of control. The Mages Guild was supposed to help me master it, but they take a dim view of people breaking curfew and getting drunk on kitchen duty, and throwing up in the soup.
Ew! She got drunk while on kitchen duty and threw up in the soup.
When I need to cast a spell, I channel my magicka through the focus. It helps me weave everything together. Without it, my spells come out like tangled yarn, and the results are, well, unpredictable. Lulius and Scipion, they sit in the Goiter's gulp like they own the place. Well, they do technically own it, but that's not the point. Ever since Kazda took over, the twins have doubled everyone's rent and the amount of water in the drinks. Because Kazda gets a nice kickback from all the money they bring in. And for good or ill, well, actually just ill. Kazda's in charge here, so he has the muscle. So the rest of us sit quietly and pay twice as much to get half as drunk.
Time to go into the Outlaws bar.
New face in the stitches, then? I love new faces. I can front you a little money in exchange for... well, we can talk terms over wine. Do what? Focus. Looked like a collar to me. Pity it doesn't fit any of our pets. Don't call it such around Serene. Nearly clawed poor Scipion's nose off over it. It's such a good nose, too. Reminds me of Mother. Anyway, price is set. Will you pay it?
I am positively fuming. Julius has our entire wardrobe shipped here from Kvatch, and he still manages to pick out the exact same outfit I'm wearing. As if it weren't clear enough we're twins. But you're not here to listen to us. That rancid-smelling thing? I can't believe my brother paid mostly honest gold for it. Probably cursed. He should just be rid of it and be done with the whole torrid affair. Speaking of torrid affairs, well, perhaps later.
Ew.
Well, you do seem to look like someone well-equipped to deal with this sort of thing. Julius owes me a favor, so
That's
I'll
funny.
For you.
That's funny.
The trinket is yours. You can find it in a jewelry box behind the counter.
So I started talking to one brother. He priced the thing that I need at 504 gold. So I switched and talked to the other brother, and I got it for free. Nice. Jesus.
Blah, can't get the taste out of my mouth. It's awful. Good, Kazda's made the stitches unpalatable. Like that swill he's got the tavern pouring. I'm ready to get out, but I wouldn't mind batting Kazda's tail along the way. I'm sure Taznasi feels the same. I need a moment or two. Look, I'll meet you at the bowl once the world stops spinning.
We're meeting in a place called the Bowel.
Look, you seem halfway decent, so don't stick your muzzle too far in, alright? Taznasi's got her own business, and I know too much about it already. I don't drink just because I like the flavor of the tavern's guild. I'm hazy on the details. To be honest, I'm hazy on a lot of things these days. But I know Taznasi can't show her face in the stitches. And it's not just Kazda that'd like to see her dead. You've seen the type of people who call the stitches home. Thieves, smugglers, deserters. Nobody keen on laws. Of the few rules we have, she broke the one you don't break. Murder.
Murder.
I've said more than I should have already. It's in the past. Taznasi had her reasons. She always has her reasons. Not that I ever got to hear them. She's not going to stab you in the back if that's what's worrying you. Keep your mind on the job. Just a mage looking for something at the bottom of a bottle. I don't really know. And if I'm being honest, I don't know if I ever knew.
She's drunkenly swaying back and forth.
Careful where you flaunt your wealth, Walker. You are a tempting prize indeed.
Said Nalitha the Avuncular, even in somber times must the Wayfarer be offered greetings. Nazdar greets you, Wayfarer, though his times are somber indeed. What brings you to this one? Hotaza the Corpulent often said, the forgetting of friends is a grievous wrong. Wise words. Tasnasi has not visited him in some time, but this one has not forgotten her. So believe Nazdar when he regretfully declines her invitation. This one has lost a prized possession, a lute
Good God.
gifted by a dear departed friend. It has buoyed Nazdar's soul for so long, he sinks without it. Weighed down as such, he cannot be the fleet walker Tasnasi needs him to be. Truly? This one was practicing his lute in the canyon below, but his playing attracted irascible beasts. He was forced to leave it behind as he scrambled up the cliffs.
He was playing his lute where he could get attacked, and now I have to go get his lute back for him.
The truth, however...
I don't care about your reasonings. I'll just go fucking get it. I really should probably make actual food.
Possibly.
Because Jolly Ranchers are not healthy for you. Delicious, but not healthy.
As Zulbacha the Hermit said to Intasi after returning from his grand pilgrimage, "Hello. This one is cheered to see you without the blemishes of harm." As often said by Polu the Overstating, this is worthy of celebration. You have done this one a great turn. In the dark days the Stitches find themselves in, It is good to hold a memory of brighter times. Your kindness reminds Nazdar of the love dashing Dasalzo had for the Stitches in life. This one recalls many joys in the company of Tasnazi and the others. He would like to feel them again. Nazdar will go where Tasnazi bids. Nazdar knows you see more ribs than muscles on him. This is true, but he once was a brother of the Whispering Claw, so dedicated to that life he was, that he took a vow of silence. You have read the works of Vekla the Ephemeral. Nazdar is glad to know a fellow student. Yes, Nazdar was silent for 19 years, but one night in moonlight, he heard through his cell a song. A simple tune, but captivating. Some peasant tune hummed by a swineherd going home, but Jarasti, moon singer, said, "Beauty is not in the art, but in what it instills." In that moment, Nazdar knew he must sing, so he broke his vow and left the Adeptorium to make music. "You can make art for others," said Urka of the Bard College, "or for yourself." Nazdar knows he is not good enough to make art for others, but dashing Dasalzo always encouraged Nazdar to make art for himself. Nazdar will never forget that. A life of decades cannot be reckoned in minutes, so the blind poet has taught us. But Nazdar will do his best. The Stitches was once like it is today, a refuse pit of the spirit, home of vice, self-interest, and the vain depravities of life. Dasalzo came to the gangs of the Stitches and showed them a common foe, Euraxia's armies. We harried them, stole from them, bled them dry, and we formed bonds. To quote Aidino the Aphoric, the greatest gift the indolent can receive is purpose. His death did not rip those bonds apart, but without Dasalzo's care in keeping them tight-knit, they are unraveling nonetheless, and Kazda is pulling at the threads. But some, like Nazdar, keep Dasalzo's memory and his hope.
I almost fell off the edge.
Get these ropes off of me. Joe Bonnie and I had a deal. I delivered.
True. But why keep paying when we can just make you do it for free? Now get inside.
Keep your nose clean around Jubanis. She doesn't like snoops.
I was not expecting this one to be a girl. All of these Sentret or Sentrat cat creatures have been guys. That kind of scared me a little bit.
Hey, you're not one of Jew Bonnie's thugs. Can you get me out of here? I'm getting out of here. Catch up to me so I can thank you properly.
Are you proud of me? I made it through that whole trespassing scene with no bounty. Nobody saw me.
Thanks for your
Rude.
help back there. Jew Bonnie and her thugs are a bunch of hammers that think everything is a nail. Geniuses included. Altruism isn't a thing in the Stitches. So what do you want? Need a lock picked? Something repaired? Tarsney, huh? That's funny. Was just thinking about her recently, seeing what's gone on around this dump. How it's gotten dumpier than usual. But she's pulling together a job. I swore that Kazda ran her out of town when he took over.
I woke up with melted chocolate on my finger today.
Last time I ran my mouth, Jew Bonnie sent her unexpectedly handsome thugs after me. I'm not spilling any more secrets. But it's nice to know Tosnessy's still around. She really loves this place after all. Even after everything that's happened to her. Well, Jew Bonnie's sure to notice I'm missing. Joining up with the crew seems like a good way to keep my fingers unbroken. So sure, whatever Tosnessy's playing at, I'm in. The bowel. Well, that's ironic. I'll head there after I get my tools and find another pair of small clothes. That Kazda ran her out of town? Or tried to, I guess. It's not any secret. He may be a rancid pile of cat vomit, but this is his town now. He does what he wants. Bad blood. Truth told, Tosnessy would have been charged after dashing to Salzo died, if things hadn't gone down the way they did. It's not my place to say anything more than that. Jew Bonnie runs the biggest salvage operation in the Stitches, and she knows she gets paid more if a salvage is in pure junk. When a crew found stuff that wasn't busted up, I fixed it. For pay. 'Cause that happened. He took over the Stitches and didn't care if people broke oaths, contracts, or ribs. Jew Bonnie saw a chance to get more labor for free. Just had to flex a little muscle. Yeah, don't let my rippling physique fool you. I'm not much in a fight. Well, most don't. And to be fair, I wasn't always the brilliant tinkerer I am today. I don't know what caused the change, honestly. I think eating that soul gem had something to do with it.
A dude ate a soul gem.
Yummy.
Well, I didn't just pluck one up and eat it. I was scouting for the Dominion way north. Some ruin called Sardathal. Was running from some guards when I fell into a shaft. And fell. And fell. It was a long fall. Caught a ledge at the last minute. Broke my fall. And my fingers. Real mess. Anyway, I found myself in this strange cavern. Huge. Had dwarven ruins. Biggest I've ever seen inside of it. More stone and metal than I could imagine. Not so much food. Not quite. I finally managed to find a charis. A big bug. Tastes awful, don't recommend it, but I ate like my life depended on it. I mean, it did. I half remember a glowing stone going in my mouth. Swallowed it whole before I even realised.
Okay, so he started eating a charis. That's when he ate the soul gem, because it was in the stomach of that. Gross.
Yeah, more like indigestion, but also this indescribable urge to fiddle with the ruins. Well, I guess I'd call it curiosity. But anyway, I fixed an elevator like it was second nature and got back home. Then I got discharged on account of my weekend.
Ew.
That's everyone. Taznazi must speak with you.
Hooray! Everybody's here! Could we maybe keep the reunion to a whisper? This cave echoes and my head is killing me.
Haven't seen the old crew in a while. Nazdar's looking spry as ever and Serene still smells like a distillery.
To see Taznasi, Serene, and Vol once more warms me from ear to tail. The joy of friendship.
Taznazi has not seen her old
What?
crew in some time. Not since... Never mind. You were not followed, yes? Taznazi is not welcome in the Stitches. Associates of Taznazi also not welcome. Kazda was lieutenant to Dashing the Salzo. Taznazi as well, until he was found with her knife in his back. No one cared if she was innocent. They wanted someone to blame, and Kazda gave them an answer. After everything, they turned their backs on her.
No, I'm pretty sure
It's
Loki
not.
did that one.
No, you're right. Taznazi says she hates
haven't
this
done
place.
anything to
She
piss him
should
off
hate this
lately,
place.
except
But
for
the
the
Stitches
other
is her
day.
home, her family.
That's the only
Taznazi
thing I've
won't
done to
sit
him.
idle while Kazda destroys it. Her reasons aren't important. We should discuss the plan. Today, we hit Kazda right under his nose. We'll break into the basement of the Mirville Keep through this sewer, so long as Vol can pick the locks.
Ah, locks. Cute. Might as well be fancifully knotted ribbons to me.
Good. At the courtyard, we'll have sentries, but Serene's teleportation spell should let us pass unnoticed.
Were you talking to me?
We'll enter the palace through a second-floor storage room. Nazdar will scale the wall and drop a rope for us.
As spake Urwa the Observant. I see.
Taznazi and the newcomer will handle any trouble that comes our way. Let's get started.
Oh, Jesus. I've got a drunk, a bard.
Nice to see you back at work, Vol.
Good to be working. You're less of a taskmaster than Jude, Bunny. Now, let's find some more locks.
Good luck.
Got a drunk, a bard, a machinist, and a fighter.
There's the lock. Watch my back, won't you? One down. Let's get going.
Why is it as soon as he said watch his back, all these assholes appeared?
Might need an ebony pick for this one. You know the drill. Bit stiff, that one. Glad I'll keep machine grease in my hair.
Ew. The dude keeps machine grease in his hair.
They're coming for us.
Kazda's done some redecorating, I see. Not sure I like it. Keep the coast clear, won't you? There. Hopefully that's the last of them. My fingers are getting sore.
should have joined the buoyant hommages.
Hey, that's our way to the courtyard.
They're through. No lagging behind.
Keep up, old-timer.
Serin, it's your turn.
Everyone stand still. You're making me crazy. Just need to concentrate. Focus the power. Imagine the destination. All right, here we go.
What the...
So far, so good. Now, Vol.
You're sure?
To quote the barkeep, you look sick.
Oh, that's not good.
This one prefers his feet.
Thought I lost you. Moons, you're not hurt, are you? All your limbs in place? And Nazdar's looking pretty good, actually. Now the not good. You and Nazdar didn't quite make it to where I intended, and it will be a while before I can cast something like that again. You'll have to make your own way here. There is a basic rule of spellcraft. Do not attempt while drunk, or while recently drunk. Never been great with rules. I ended up losing control of the spell while attempting to teleport you and Nazdar. Sorry about that. Taznasi wants you and Nazdar to make your way to the base of the South Tower. That's where we're waiting. She also was very insistent. Avoid killing any of the guards. Northwest? East-ish? You'll have to come through the courtyard, which means avoiding patrols. Don't get caught. Taznasi is going to be pretty upset if you kill anyone. She says it will raise alarms, but I know the truth. It's because Taznasi used to run with them. They were all part of Dashing Dasalso's crew back in the day. She tries to act like she doesn't care about them after they exiled her, but it's a lie.
Walk softly, Master Hendo taught me. If we get into trouble, be warned. I cannot help. My fists are weapons no longer. Soft as a whisper, quick as a shout. The first finger of the Whispering Claw teaches.
I made it through again another area without being spotted.
You made it, both of you. Taznazi is glad.
Sorry about that. When this is all done, I'll buy you a drink.
Moon's mercy, Serene. When we're done here, I will smash every bottle of wine in Elsewhere.
Not if I drink them first.
Nazdar, you're our way into this tower. Ready?
The ascent of the body is nothing compared to that of the soul. Saint Yosito spoke wisely.
Your knees shouldn't make that noise, right?
They should make no noise, Vol.
Taznazi's gotten tense. More tense than usual. Things could have gone smoother so far, sure. But she's not one to get rattled.
No rest, wrote the ascetic Vulado, is sweeter than one following great exertion. Nazdar thinks perhaps he did not stretch properly before his climb. He is no longer the spry 80-year-old he once was. Nazdar's knees tried to tell him he was no longer able to prance like a kitten, but he did not heed them. They are angry with him now. They are only sprains, aches. Can and should, wrote Rid Tharidata, and knowing the difference between them is the cornerstone of wisdom. With Vol's ministrations, Nazdar will be back to his former self in an hour. perhaps more.
What are you doing?
Do not worry for him.
Mm. Mm.
I'm no healer, but even I can tell Nuzdar's really ground his gears this time. Maybe lost a few bearings while he was at it. The body's not so different from a machine when you think about it. I can patch him up, I'm sure of it. Yes? I mean, yes. Just need to lubricate the joints, I figure. This won't be a problem. Besides, it's not like I don't understand Khajiit anatomy. The Green Pact fought some deserters in Reaper's March a few years back. Anyway, now's not the time to talk about food. I have work to do.
Nazdar did well to get us inside, but it looks like this strain was more than he could handle. He needs rest, which means Taznazi needs to change her plans. Vol is the closest thing we have to a healer. He might be able to get Nazdar moving again, but he needs time, which means he won't be able to pick the locks on Kazda's vaults. Taznazi wants you and Serene to get the vault keys.
Oh God. I have to take the drunk with me? Why?
This one has other business in the palace. When she's done with it, she will meet you at the entrance to the vault, on the lower floors.
Do what? What? Did you say hi?
Taznazi
Not nice.
has always said she was innocent of the Salzo's death, and she knows in her heart that Kazda was behind it. She must have proof, not to show the stitches, but to quiet her own soul. She needs that more than her share of the gold. Take care getting the keys. The thugs in this palace are Kazda's most loyal, and just as vicious and cruel as he. Expect no mercy, and give none. Serene will help keep things quiet in case fighting breaks out. That was different. Many of the keep's guards were close to the Salzo. They follow Kazda only because they must. The lapdogs in this palace are loyal to Kazda alone. The ones who are closest to Kazda do not show loyalty because they are virtuous, but because he allows them to indulge their worst impulses. I am not telling you to punish them, only that they won't be missed by anyone in the stitches.
This place is a fucking maze. Mm-hmm.
Get back, you fetcher!
we've got 3 keys. That should do it. We just need to meet Taznasi at the vault, and the loot is ours. There are rooms bored into the rock behind the palace. The most defensible parts back when this was the seat of Mervale. Not that I've ever seen them. Taznasi said we can reach them on the bottom left.
There you are. He's got her. He's got her.
Keep it down. What are you talking about?
Kazda, he and his bodyguard. Biggest I've ever seen. They cornered Taznasi and took her back there. You have to save her.
Took her back. Oh. I was confused as hell. Okay. Enough sneaking.
Really don't like your odds.
You and the Salzo fought. So focused on the future. It's a narrow confusing night behind
Whew, that was a bit of a warm-up.
You have one friend left in this world, it seems. Not for much longer. Cut!
Hey, Minotaur.
In a big family, you have to know how to scrap.
Tie me! After him!
Working on it, lady.
Please, Taznasi, spare me!
Shut up, Kazda. One more word from your lying tongue and Taznazi will claw it out. He did it. Everything Taznazi suspected him of. He killed the Salzo. He had her take the blame. He was proud of it. Now that I have my claws at his throat, he discovers the meaning of mercy. He took this one's home from her, the only one she has known, and he couldn't give it back if he wanted to. She has no proof but his word. Even if he confessed and cleared her name, the Stitches she would return to is not the one she left behind. One joy is left to Taznazi, to kill Kazda. Then she leaves this all behind her, for good. The Salzo is dead. Everyone Taznazi has ever known turned their back on her. The Stitches are in shambles. Why would this one ever want to return to such a place? You are right. Taznazi has tried to forget, tried to move on. Not a night goes by that she doesn't dream of times past. She knows what must be done. Taznazi will make this one face the justice of the Stitches. Wait for her at the tavern in town. Taznazi will only make this offer once. Confess to the Stitches for all you have done, and she will not try out your torture devices for herself.
Taznazi, you win!
Get up. All the Stitches will hear the truth from your lips before the day is done.
What a quest.
My friend. No, more than that. Family. Kazda's deeds have been made known to the Stitches. Taznazi's name is cleared. For now, at least, there is something to drink to. Or, in Serene's case, something else to drink to. Now Taznazi is home, and you enjoy her hospitality. Raise a mug, kick up your feet, and count your coin. There is much to be done to fix the damage Kazda did, but that is for Taznazi to worry about. Your work is done, even if hers is just beginning. Strange as it seems, Taznazi is not only forgiven in the stitches, she is looked up to. It will take time for the stitches to be as it was. Maybe it will never get there, but even if she cannot live up to Dashing the Salzo's legacy, Taznazi will try. So much as anyone can be in charge of the stitches. With Kazda in exile, there's hope of going back to how it was, how Dashing the Salzo saw it. They have not entirely forgotten him, or Taznazi. She'll do her part. We all will. The job is done. Their lives are their own. But Taznazi wants to make life better in the stitches, and she will need help to do so. She could use them, Vol's tinkering, Serene's magic, Nazdar's wisdom, if they will offer it. So much as anyone.
Well, we didn't get near the vault. Normally I'd call the job a wash, but it seems like Taznazi owns the vault now, so I guess you could say the job was a success. Funny how things work out.
Oh god, Serene's passed out on a bench.
How many of those Averno brothers are there? It's like a couple more every time I look over. I swear they're multiplying.
Do not mistake a righted wrong for an undone wrong, I believe is the mantra of Gautfang Master Junri. Nazdar is glad to know Taznazi's name is restored, but perhaps gladder to know she faced this tragedy and overcame it.
Lord! Shit. I just about died.
This one assumes no liability for lost goods.
I can buy the antique map of Elsewhere. That is fucking expensive though. I fucking can't. I was about to joke and be like, oh, I should jump off of here. And then I got stuck and I tried to get back on the platform and I fell off. And died. I think I've done most of them. Not discovered the prowl. That, or that. But I did finish that. And I finished 15 out of 32 of the unique quest lines for here. Should I just keep going? Oh god. You fell under the pillows. What I should do is take a break and get food. The nice thing about the 5 is it doesn't kick me out when it goes to the load screen. It just blocks the view of my screen. So if it times out, it doesn't automatically stop my stream, which is nice. Is it funny that I like jumping over people's heads?
You caught a striking figure, Walker. There are many dangers to such an enviable personage in the Stitches. All of Elseworld, in fact, if you cast a shadow long enough. Hear this one, and he will tell you how to grease the right palms to pass unmolested. Just so, sleek one, just so. You walk tall, with the heavy footfalls that signify an abundance of pride and gold. Unless you wish to keep low and beneath notice, like humble Zaham, there is a price to be paid, willingly or not. Of course, Five Claw, of course! All the more reason to fear crossing the purring liar on the road. The thief god delights in stealing pride even more than riches. Better to make a friend of Rajin first by acquiring him an offering or three. Start your pilgrimage here with the ledger from the Goiter's Gulp. An idol from Riemann would make a nice addition to this temple. Ah, and fine silks from the merchants at the Valenwood Gate. Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Are idols and vestments not
I have to go
fitting
steal
offerings
more
for a
shit.
temple to Rajin? But you wonder why these particular items, and not just anything, will do. It is because these things belong to those Rajin approves of robbing. Rajin's sleek shadow! You steal away moments of my life with a skill to rival the thief himself! Have you met a merchant, a priest, or a fence whose wealth could not stand to be humbled? Neither has the god of footpaths. Besides this one, do you think you are above such work? Oh, Walker, do not invite Rajin's ire by looking down upon his deeds. If you do, he will surely play you for a fool and add your folly to his 1,000 tales. Craftiness is a noble art. Follow his example. If it were permitted, it wouldn't be theft. But just because it's illegal doesn't make it unworthy of veneration. Do you not cheer the gladiator because the law says not to strike another? Alas, no arena celebrates the clever thief.
I have to steal a lot of shit. Oh god, I almost fell off the fucking edge. Again. Oh, and there's a quest up here? No, it's me just hand. Handbow. Oh my god. That's not what I wanted. Oh, Jesus! That dragon is zooming! That's the villain. Oh yeah. Gotta stop wasting my money on fast traveling. Because I have no money again.
I bet this place is full of interesting history.
Oh Jesus, oh
I should try
Jesus.
looking it up later.
I may have almost died again. So yeah, there's 3 world dragons that die and come back, and then there's the dragons you have to defeat in the quest. Awful.
What do you say we try some of the local fare? I'm famished.
God damn it. Fuck my lockpick. Huh. Thank God. This dude's a thousand level is 1,447. I really should probably make food, huh? Well, that was a mistake.
I'm hearing troubling rumors about Ashen Scar. Undead, mainly. I guess I can mark visiting there off my list.
Ah, yes. The stories of an undead plague near
You
Oh,
have
shit.
heard that a necromancer is trying to stop.
Problem, Sarah?
I would
Yes,
not
I'm
be
fucking
surprised
stuck.
if you haven't. Because why would a necromancer try to stop undead?
More likely a necromancer seeks to control the undead, yes, not stop them. This one sees where your doubts spring from, most assuredly. I share them.
I went the wrong way.
I'm hearing troubling rumors about Ashen Scar. Undead, mainly. I guess I can mark visiting there off my list.
Ah, yes. The stories of an undead plague.
You cut a striking figure, Walker. There are... you again. How goes your holy work? Then the King of Thieves was watching over you. Ah, let's see. Ah, yes, this will do. Yes. Fine offerings for Rajin. Do not forget yourself when dividing spoils, or Rajin will think you a fool. Good thieves always take their cut. I bless you in the name of the sleek shadow. Fortune and fame are yours for the taking. Is Rajin a god? Do gods not have those who spread word of their deeds? This one is but a humble servant to a more deserving master. Of course, sleek one. This one does not need a temple to bend his god's ear. He will gladly ask for Rajin's favor on your behalf for a humble offering. Or perhaps you wish to hear a sermon. This one can provide objects of faith as well. Come closer, Walker. And this one will regale you with a tale of Rajin. Long ago, on a night of new moons, the dark was so thick that shadows stretched to oblivion. No one dared to brave the night. But one crafty thief. He chose to walk the strands. Just so. On this night, they stretched through the lunar lattice and led the thief toward the faint glimmer of the stars. Except the dancing lights were not the stars, but twilight caught in a realm of spun silver. Within, this one saw nothing, though the wind in these canyons can play tricks. Now, where was I? He waited patiently, quietly, as the princess talked in circles, learning all he could. Then, when the time was right, he stepped out from the shadows and announced himself. This one knows the night like no other. He would be honored to choose. Risky for certain. Two princes, sisters he could see, regarded the thief coolly. But the spinner of the silver web looked upon him hungrily. You are a light touch, little one, but foolish to come buzzing into the spider's web.
Why did he suddenly get so quiet?
Me? No, I am not so skilled a thief as to fleece a favorite of Rajin. Though, if something is missing, he may have shown you his disfavor for interrupting his tale. Best we continue, lest you suffer. Ah, yes, sage wisdom. I'll continue safely over here. Now I've lost my place. Where was I? Seeing now that the thief was one of her chosen people, the Prince Azura stayed Mafala's hand. By your admission, this one knows the night better than any other. Who better to decide? Or do you fear the truth will be too ugly? All three princes agreed that the thief was a most worthy lover of the night, and each told him why they were obviously the best choice. When all was said and done, the thief knew his decision. Knowing she was as vain as she was dangerous, the thief approached Mafala and heaped on her great flattery. My prince, it was the night itself that led this lover to his mistress, so that he could steal a kiss. And so the thief embraced the night. And more so, the thief deftly ran his hands about Mafala, purring sweet nothings in her ear, until his fingers touched upon the thing that really caught his eye, a ring on the finger of her 8th arm. Slipped it from her finger without the slightest notice. Such was the lightness of his caress and the skill of his tongue, and placed it on his own. With that, the thief was vanished, and the legend of Rajin, the purring liar, was born. What else may this humble servant of Rajin do? King of thieves! One of your faithful seeks your favor. This one humbly begs you spare a fraction of your ample sleekness for their benefit. Ah! There is a fresh glow about you. You are nearly as dashing Dasalzo once was. Rajin, your faithful hopes to follow your noble example. Lend them one of your many shadows, so they may stay shady even in the hot desert sun. Yes, this one thinks you must feel cooler already under the protective wing of the thief god. Ha ha! You jest! Rajin is the saint of subtlety. You will only ever know his presence if that is his desire. But he is always there, an unseen shadow. Trust Zahar. You are in the thief god's good graces.
All this honor among thieves.
I'm gonna make food really quick. I'll be back.
Taznazi knows the Stitches isn't home to you as such, but she's glad to see you visit now and again. She wants you to see it for what it once was, not as you saw it the first time. Keeping the peace among this rogues gallery is no easy thing. Some days Taznazi almost misses the quiet solitude of exile, but every day she sees the Stitches get a little closer to the Salzo's dream of a safe haven for those who would live free. The Salzo had many friends, not just in the Stitches, but all throughout elsewhere. Taznazi has sent word to each of them bearing condolences and the truth of Kazda's betrayal. He'll spend the rest of his days outcast and on the run. Once the tables turned on Kazda, his underlings scattered like rats. Those who were loyal to the Salzo are glad to see them go. Aside from Jubani's complaining and the Averno's wandering hands, Taznazi has nothing to fear. So far, Taznazi is up to the challenge, but if she finds herself in need of a helping hand, you can be certain she will reach out to you. For now, all Taznazi asks of you is that you make yourself at home.
I know you. At least I think I know you. My memory is a little hazy on anything past the last few days. You run that thing with Taznazi and me. You did that job with us. No, I'm not. Taznazi made me swear to lay off the drink for a while. It's awful. Well, maybe not as awful as I thought it'd be. This place is almost tolerable now that she's in charge. Gives me a few less reasons to reach for a bottle. It means I've got a headache, but I don't know. I was in a bad way before you doused me with that bucket, and I really botched things at the keep. Taznazi's cleaning up the mess Kazda made. She doesn't need mine, too. Yeah, well, we'll see. The more I remember, the harder it gets. There are a few things I'd rather not forget. Maybe that's enough.
There is no...
I have secured the food. Oh, I found him.
A friend is the only gift that brings joy when returned. Or so the Bandari saying goes. Nazdar has never had much to give besides his friendship, but he can attest it is joy he feels seeing you here again. Nazdar has everything he needs. Good health, good friends, and music in his heart. When he looks upon the stitches now, he is inspired. He sees dashing de Salzo's dream coming to life, and the notes flow as vigorously as his blood. He knows his playing is not welcomed by all, but Tasnasi has forbidden the others from throwing things at Nazdar, so long as he does not sing. As the amicable Jazir once said, compromise is cousin to happiness.
I like the Christmas lights behind your head, dude. What?
They're set up for a while now.
I know.
They were supposed to close one.
Yeah.
But the rest of them are fine. And the fun is better if you like pictures, but always not trying to pick the right picture, so.
Some people don't like the bustle of cities, but I come from a big family, so it reminds me of home.
Mm.
Sarze's meals are well worth your coin, traveler.
Would you like to hear the words of
Mizar feels as much a part.
Mizan, they move again, on wagon wheels we go.
One of my friends told me that the monks at Two Moons are no longer chasing invisible butterflies. What a relief! I was worried about them.
Somebody killed somebody.
Good news indeed. But do we know what happened there?
Of course, I asked. You know me. It seems that Shikarak was
Well, that level 1,328. Level 1,444. 2,028.
Yes, this one does know. And this one is happy that the monks are more themselves again.
I don't want crafting writs. Jesus.
It was not the High Elves who saved Raymond. Oh no. It was a Khajiit rebellion, led by our very own royalty. Now, let us hope that our new queen keeps Elswere's best interest in mind, rather than the interest of Somerset.
Do you see how tall that guy was? Look at that.
It's tall as shit.
He's even taller than Miri. He's a Khajiit.
Yeah, what steroids did he fucking take?
I have no idea.
Most Khajiits are not that tall.
Is this another crafting writ? No, it's a quest!
Oh, I hope 100 apologies, Walker. But this show is postponed for now. If you purchase a ticket, this one will gladly refund your gold. Oh, forgive Tahara. Her worry gets the better of her. One of my menagerie's most terrifying beasts escaped from his cage. I turned my back for only a moment to speak to an onlooker, you see, and pow! The monster burst free! Oh, a vicious beast with ravening jaws and beady black eyes. The Brett and Tahara bought it from called the creature Bertel. But do not let its silly name fool you. You seem capable. If you find Bertel, I will gladly share some of my profits with you. This one is humbled by your generosity, Walker. She will see you fully compensated for the danger of this task. Of course, Tahara will answer what she can. I warn you, though, you may learn more than you'd like. Tales of Bertel can rattle your very soul. Yes, of course. It stalks on 4 clawed feet, standing as high at the shoulder as Tahara is at her waist. Its fur is blood-burnished gold, and its floppy ears dangle like curtains at the cheek, framing a muzzle filled with yellow teeth. Yes! Oh, Walker, you will never meet a more fearsome creature. To think, the noble wolf bred into such a compact frame of death and horror. In the Khajiit tongue, Ta'agra, the word for dog, means death. Can you believe that?
Oh my god. The Khajiits, which are cat people, classify dogs as death bringers.
Well, no. Dog just means dog. But still, you know what Tahara is telling you.
Jesus Christ. There's so many things here. Oh my god.
Oh, for the love of dog droppings. All of them my new sandals, too. Damn.
Ah, dog.
Jalar hopes you have a good reason for interrupting his meal. You're either the best-dressed beggar I have ever seen, or this is some kind of con. What's your game, Walker? What? You want to buy this one's leftovers? That is odd, but you've got a deal. I've been wanting to try out some of the sugared jerky from the stall down the row anyway. All yours, Walker.
Oh, he's gonna follow me. How cute. Keep up, puppy. A goat, really.
My hero returns with the dread Bertolt in tow. Surely the creature is under some powerful spell. Your magics astound even me. Ah, indeed you do. The Gorger of Glenumbra captured once more. Its bestial intellect swayed by the promise of grisly table scraps. Could you work with me here? It's part of the mystique. Just take your gold and act astounded, all right?
I just got boots for finding this dog called Dog Walkers.
The Gorger of Glenumbra returns! Feast your eyes upon his rippling musculature before he regains his appetite and feasts upon us all!
She's a goat.
Just look at these monsters. Bajan has never seen something so hideous. Aside from his mother-in-law, of course. I jest, she's not so ugly. Her temperament, though, much worse than this lot.
Ew. Oh, hey, the bathing. The bathing area. I could use a shower. A job offer. And regirth the brash. So there's a few that I can do that are above me.
Shore's bones. Rigert knew he should have brought more mead. Hello. Rigert was just asking this merchant which mound of colored powder he should eat first. Rigert says red. Merchant says please go away. We find ourselves as stalemates. But Rigert has bigger problems than what to eat for lunch. As soon as Rigert returned home from successful diplomatic endeavoring, the Skald King sent him to elsewhere with gifts for the cats.
Rigert is always given the most important, most faraway missions. Problem is, Rigert lost the gifts. So many ways. First, a courier brought Rigert's package to Riverhold instead of Rimmen. Then, as our ship was boarding, a werebear attacked and stole honey needed for my special sweetbread. Last and not least, Rigert's famous minstrels are missing.
My quest line is full.
Nice pink there, by the way.
Huh?
Nice pink, by the way.
My what?
Pink roll.
What?
You pink your roll.
Ow.
Having fun.
You made certain the Khajiit will have a voice in Eldenroot. Thank you, Walker.
Dragon's not enough. Now we deal with Dromathra, too.
Ah, greetings, Walker. All manner of work.
Oh, it's this.
Don't forget to check back regularly. Well, that depends.
Ow.
Hello. So, thank you, friend. Retrieve Rigert's package from Thadara in Riverhold Marketplace and meet me after in the Stitches. Rigert's diplomacy waits for no man, or woman, or cat. But be careful. Sweaty threats fill Elsewhere's deserts. The finest coats in all of Skyrim. A gift for Canon Reeve Jusdo to make peace between the Nords and Khajiit. Rigert would already have them if his courier wasn't completely incontinent. The package was delivered to Thadara in Riverhold Marketplace. It's impossible to find Windhelm-worthy honey in Elsewhere, but this cat merchant says honey flowers for Merryvale Moon Sugar Farms will work for baking sweetbread. Rigert's cooking is sure to make peace between the Nords and Khajiit. Rigert hired Skyrim's best band, the Screaming Mammoths, to play for Lady Issa. She has great influence with the cats, so Rigert needs to gain her favors to clinch peace between our peoples. Last Rigert heard, the band was at Valenwood Gate.
Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. Someone named themselves Watermelon. I say it that way because it's two V's making a W.
Congratulations on finding the finest cloth merchant in... Ah, Thedara was wondering how much longer she would need to keep this stinking thing in her shop. Thedara doesn't know what's inside, but it smells like hot horse cheeks. The courier who brought Riggert's rotten package was promised payment upon delivery. Thedara assumed someone would eventually come to claim its disgusting contents, so she paid the fee herself. It's only fair that Thedara be reimbursed, yes? You can see the courier's invoice for yourself. Thedara wouldn't want you to think you were being cheated. Everything seems correct, yes?
Do I pay her 50 gold or do I intimidate her?
I don't know.
Choose one.
Depends on how good your intimidation is.
What?
Depends on how good your intimidation is.
It's pretty good. Intimidator?
Thedara uses gold from her own purse to accept this nasty package for your stupid friend, and you repay her with threats? Take it and leave before Thedara slaps the ugly from your safe-skinned face. Tell your friend Riggert that if another one of his stinking packages arrives here, this one will burn it and scatter the ashes. If you don't leave Thedara's shop, she'll do the same to you.
Euraxia has been defeated.
Tell your friend Riggert.
Oh, she's angry at me now.
Oh no.
My helpful friend. Riggert is pleased to see you return from the desert with your limbs intact. Did you find the misplaced package in Riverhold? Truly? These cat people may be strange and scratchy, but you can never question their generosity. Don't worry, friend. Riggert will make sure she is reimbursed for her trouble. Canonreeve Jusdo of Alabaster.
The fuck?
Riggert of Windhelm. On behalf
Did something
of
fall
the
on your
Skald
end or my
King,
end?
I present you with a gift of peace from the Nords to bring our cultures closer.
Is your gift rancid cabbage? Because it smells like rancid cabbage.
Not at all. Riggert brought our finest snowy saber cat coats. Although they may have been stored near cabbage. And the cabbage may have gone bad.
Your gift is clothes made from slaughtered cats? This isn't a peace offering, it is a war crime.
These are the finest coats in all of Windhelm. Who wouldn't want to be wrapped in our warm and luscious cat skins?
Tell your Scout King that if he wants our war to continue, Queen Irene will be happy to oblige.
Rigurd's message will be heard by Queen Irene, leader of the Aldmeri Dominion? Rigurd feels so important. Things are looking upward, friend. Gather.
This dude, straight up, to fix cultural misunderstandings, he brought cat fur coats to a Khajiit. I think he's failing there. You think? Oh god, there's a dragon on the move. Is it the only one alive right now? That's funny. I should go check on the crazies. See if they're more sane than the last time I saw them. Ready for my dog to disappear? 3, 2, 1.
Our wound bishop encourages us to speak about what happened, to let the pain out. But every time Rilasu thinks of her dear friends, she can only see them on the ground, broken. She cheered them to their deaths. How can she forgive it?
Saizenza knew she would see you again. Not a prophecy, just a feeling. How may I be of service? This one is still Moon Bishop, despite her failings. Though her Clouder chose to lay the blame for what happened upon the Skooma Cat, Saizenza knows her weakness allowed him to corrupt our minds. She still has visions, but she gives no voice to them. Saizenza needs to learn to see for herself, not just trust what she is shown. One day, she may again be worthy of her gift, but for now, she will remain cautious.
That is wise.
Saizenza sent him back to Lord Gareshri. The Main should know what happened at Two Moons Temple, and what I have seen. If anyone can see through the madness and sort the truth from the lies, it is them. This one is still Moon Bishop, despite her failings. Saizenza does not claim her visions are a curse. They served her well for a long time, but her reliance on them was a fatal weakness. One day she may look to her visions for guidance, but for now she must learn to find her own way forward.
Hello? Ah, a familiar scent. You tried to help Rada keep his sight. He regrets that you could not keep him from his foolishness. It's no fault of yours. He was a very determined fool.
Huh. To answer your question, the crazies are indeed less crazy. I just had a pig charge at me. Yeah, I still have the nasty water. Are you laughing at me? Uh-huh. I want to know something. Can you hear this? Listen closely. Oh my god. Because I know if I put them next to my ear, you can hear it. I can hear it. This lady has lions literally in her farm. And they like to eat me. There's another fucking lion. One dragon respawned. One's being attacked. Excuse me.
Majadi wonders what kind of Khajiit Razandar might be interested in. Perhaps pretty young ladies with glossy black fur and sparkling green eyes. Oh, if only that were true.
Weird. Fucking lions.
Seems that duty calls, thank them.
Kidea did not think Razum would be leaving so soon.
Oh, by the way, I met Raz's family. They're in Elsewhere. Yeah.
Ah, you must have been drawn by the scent of my rising dough. And don't be shy about staring at Rigart's muscles as he stirs. Did you bring the honey flowers? If there's one thing Rigart knows about the cats, they love their sweets. Nonsense! Rigart's belly doesn't care if mead or meat is swallowed first, so why should a mixing bowl be any different, huh? Rigart has gone far in life by treating every situation like he treats his belly. Give Rigart the flowers and he will have them.
So this dude wanted honey flowers to make bread. He already made the dough and is adding them in now.
What's he adding?
Honey flowers, actual flowers. They taste like honey though. Which is how you're supposed to sweeten it, but you're supposed to add them before you make the actual physical dough. He made the actual physical dough. Oh, good lord.
I saw Asaldag, the famous Khajiit sweet maker by the Merryvale Farms fountain. Ask him to try my sweet bread. His endorsement will change the Khajiiti belief that Nords only eat frozen potatoes and inspire a pastry-based esteem between our cultures.
Girl. Yeah, I did.
Okay. I don't want to get this dude because your bread's gonna be disgusting. This poor dude. Your taste buds are about to be assaulted, and I am apologizing ahead of time.
Aseldak understands why you would want to approach him, but he only signs autographs at special events. Aseldak was once invited to Skyrim to try their so-called delicacies, but declined due to a disdain for cold weather and bad food, and Nords in general. Aseldak will try this Nord sweetbread for a laugh. Tell him Aseldak will be there shortly. This Nord better be finished with his cooking by the time Aseldak arrives. Aseldak does not like to be kept waiting. Because, unlike you, I spent time mastering my craft instead of asking stupid questions. Aseldak redefined food in Elsewhere. He was personal chef to the main. He has prepared food for many slobbering Nords, but has never seen one cook anything edible.
Oh god. This is about to be awful. Oh fuck, where's Miri?
Rigard's sweetbread turned out better than expected. It's perfectly brown and tough enough to break a mammoth tooth.
And it's tough. He said it's tough enough to break a mammoth's tooth.
Everything should be tough. Our teeth can't grow stronger if we don't challenge them with unyielding treats. When Rigard was a baby, his mother had him suck on rocks to comfort his sore gums. Now his bite is strong enough to snap a bristleback's tusk.
This dude concerns me. Our teeth can't grow stronger if we don't challenge them with unyielding treats. Then he goes into, when he was a baby, his mother used to let him suck on rocks to soothe his gums.
It's an honor to meet you, Aseldak. On behalf of Yoren Skald King, please enjoy Windhelm's famous sweetbread.
Did you bring the bread with you from Skyrim? It's hard as a rock.
Harder than a rock. Rigard made some improvisations to the original recipe.
It doesn't smell too wretched. Aseldak will attempt to take a bite without breaking a tooth.
What do you think? Impressive? Delicious? Ferocious?
Atrocious. Why is it filled with flowers? Why are the flowers covered in dirt? Why are there insects in the dirt?
How did you make something so terrible?
The dude didn't even clean the fucking flowers. He put the bugs, the dirt, and the flowers into the dough.
Did you hear that, friend? Aseldak wants to know Rigard's recipe. I'm sure he'll...
Did you hear that, Jess? Why wouldn't you clean the flowers off if you were just gonna throw them right in?
Change of plans?
Could you please stop stomping around like that? My head is pounding enough as it is. Sure as bones. We never should have eaten those sugar cakes. Rachin sugar cakes. Our manager, Bacargo, tried to warn us about them, but what kind of band would we be if we paid attention to warnings? Ah, Rigert. The last time I felt this bad was when I tried to beat him in a mead drinking contest. We don't want to let him down, but we can hardly stand, let alone give a performance worthy of the Screaming Mammoths. He needs someone to play, but that someone doesn't need to be the Screaming Mammoths. Take our instruments and sing the song yourself. That cat will never know the difference. There's a lute and a drum in this chest.
Unfortunately, the Screaming Mammoths are temporarily unable to perform. Please check back again once they've had a chance to get some rest and ponder their poor life decisions. Aside from being stupid, against Bacargo's advice, they gorged themselves on sugar cakes, which are mainly made of alcohol and moon sugar. As Bacargo wasted his time telling them, those who are not Khajiit should not mess with moon sugar. Moon sugar makes outsiders sick. It doesn't affect us. But other races experience momentary euphoria, followed by days of extreme exhaustion. Bacargo tried to warn these cheeks, but they are about as good at listening as they are at self-control.
The chest is unlocked. Anyone who's tried to open it without our permission has had their face caved in by Gamak. He earned the surname.
So now I have to sing for the Screaming Mammoths because they had moon sugar and alcohol cakes.
Welcome back, friend. Rigord found Lady Isa. She's not as talkative as the women in Windhelm, but she's quite classy. Rigard is sure a Nord ballad will convince her to help make peace between the Nords and Khajiit. Where are the screaming mammoths? The screaming mammoths let you touch their instruments? Rigard tried to touch them after a performance in Nibelheim, and his brain still aches from the pummeling. Definitely Rigard's favorite head injury. Why did they give you their instruments? Rigard can be an official screaming mammoth? He can play the instrument of legendary lutist Frongir Half-Giant? Did Rigard drink a barrel of mead and find himself in a land made of dreams? These are honest questions. Rigard gets confused. Rigard's mind explodes like the top of Mount Vardenfell. Drinking mead with the mammoths was one thing, but playing their instruments is beyond Rigard's wildest imaginings. We will play Lady Isa the best ballad Elsewhere has ever heard.
Oh god.
Oh, your eyes shine like glowing mushrooms in glomerates, and you're sturdy as a mountain goat's hoof-fed feet. We should meet to drink mead and eat wolf meat.
Why are you singing to my house cat, Luna?
Lady Isa? Rigard has logical explanation. You have great influence with the Khajiit, so Rigard wanted to impress you with his song. But first, he had to practice on your cat, because he's like a tiny you.
It's difficult to imagine anything sadder than a confused Nord clutching a lute. Lady Isa is going to pretend that Ambassador Rigard did not just confuse her with a house cat. Your friend is the one who should apologize. His attempts at diplomacy have already offended Justo and sickened Al-Sadak. Fortunately for you, Lady Isa is convinced that Ambassador Rigard's intent is pure. She even brought him a peace offering. Rigard must be rewarded for his comical yet well-intentioned mission to improve relations between the Nords and Khajiit. Lady Isa brought an honorary collar and bell. He will wear it everywhere and elsewhere, so we can always know when he is near. No, but we can all see that Ambassador Rigard is very special. This one presents him with this dignified and stylish reward.
Lady Isa is eager to use her influence to bring peace between the Nords and Khajiit, isn't she? Nothing solves problems better than a traditional Nord love ballad. Except for me. A collar and bell made to fit Rigard's rippling neck? Rigard will jingle it with pride. Please accept this gift, friend. Rigard could not have made peace between the Nords and Khajiit without you. This song is dedicated to Rigard's favorite diplomatic assistant, and Lady Isa, and that house cat, and increased peace between the Nords and Khajiit. Oh yeah, and mead!
Lady Isa will do her best to make peace between the Nords and Khajiit, just so you can make your way back to Skyrim. This one believes she will remain here until Ambassador Rigard and his honorary bell jingle far away from her cat.
Thick boy. There's a dude with a fucking rooster.
Uh-huh.
You're new, yes? Here's some advice. Don't ask a Senchrat for permission to ride bareback. It is weirder for us than it is for you.
Sench mounds have just as much of a sweet tooth as a Khajiit. Add a little moon sugar to its meat, and you will have a contented steed. There are many varieties.
We're about to head out on a trading mission, heading for the glorious city of Rimmon in Golden Anakina. You interested in coming, Walker?
Okay, I'm going to call it here for now, and I will be back later with a different game. Peace.